that we have done for this event, especially. It is for our Invest India, Invest Canada. So all the central board directors, for members, Anish, Rishmikanji, Anandji, Naliji, Rakeshji, including all the dignitaries, MLA, Gaston, MLA, Peter Singh, Minister, please, and MLA, lovely, please all come on stage, including our dignitaries and amazing panelists that we have tonight. Leela Aisha ji, please come on stage as our panelists. Yes.
Karthik Gupta ji, please, you also join. And I wish our Indigenous Minister she make it a little late, but I want to say just a few words already, please.
Thank you, Ji. Namaste, Ji. Good evening, everybody. My name is Rajan Sani. I am your Alberta's Minister for Indigenous Relations. I'm also the MLA for Calgary Northwest, and my deepest apologies for arriving late. I was in the Lac La Biche area earlier today celebrating with the Kikino Métis Nation, the Métis settlement. There was a rodeo there, so I just drove into town and headed straight over here. But this is a very momentous occasion. The opening of the Alberta chapter of the Hindu Chamber, Indo-India Chamber of Commerce. And I know that this has been a work and an undertaking that has taken a long time. It's taken a lot of effort, many hours of work. And I want to congratulate everybody who had a hand in this, because it's truly remarkable, and I'm thrilled to be able to celebrate with you today. I also want to acknowledge two of my dear friends who are a part of this, Mr. Gopal Sani and Mr. Minish Patel from Calgary. I was very thrilled to see you here as part of this organization. We have done some tremendous work together, and we will continue to do work together. I know my colleagues, particularly Evelation Yetson, has been very involved in making sure we have stronger ties between India and Alberta, and to make sure that those investment opportunities are open and available, and to also encourage others to understand that Alberta is open for business. So thank you once again. Yes, I'm something indeed worthy of clapping for. Thank you once again for all of you for being here today and for everything that you do to contribute to the social economic fabric of this glorious province. Thank you once again.
Thank you so much, Honorable Minister. What we have on stage, which is now going to be distributed to everyone's tables, is our Invest India, Invest Canada magazine. This has some amazing opportunities and ways to get investment, as well as messages from our political staff, all the Alberta line members, or past events and government avenues and ways that you can take advantage of in both energy, tourism, real estate, infrastructure, flights, films, all areas of natural resources, and ways that you can invest in small to big urban infrastructures across India and Canada, with some great resources and some history about the Canadian Hindu Chamber of Commerce. So without further ado, I think everyone has the 90 seat, and we will now be inaugurating it. I now equip us Honorable MLA Janvi Lovelady to please address, and thank you so much for joining us for today's event.
Well, thank you so much. I'm glad I was able to get here just in time for the recognition for our dear friend. You work so hard in the community, and he really is going past 9 p.m. I've seen him going till 11 and later. And so I'm very glad that he's been acknowledged today. And it's so nice for us to be here. I have the honor of being chair of the Economic Diversification Policy Cabinet Committee. And I also attend a number of events that your community puts on. And I remember one particular event, I said, you know what? We need more business in Camrose and welcome you all to come to Camrose and start a business. Well, would you know it? 2 years later, we have a whole bunch of new businesses and they're Hindu businessmen who have set up their shop there. So that is Bermudes. One I'm most proud of that's about to open very soon is medical clinic with a pharmacy. And that's something that our community desperately needs because we're short a few doctors. So I'm so grateful for your community. Thank you for investing in Alberta. And we're very happy to invest in you. Thank you, everyone.
Jackie, can we have Jackie back on stage here? Sorry, we got a little flower bouquet for you. I don't want you running around here. Sorry. Could we please have a Russian front to go on stage? Ashby, Ganji, Snyder, Archie, is right. Can I please also have the Honorable Minister on the stage? Please, Peter, I gave you some flowers as well. Rajas Handiji. And for that, you have a piece of leaf Jeep on stage with the flowers. Just bear with us here, guys. There's a bit of chaotic stuff going on here. Pleasure meeting you. Did you believe David? Thank you so much, Minister. Pleasure having you here. Moving on, we have some special guests in this evening. First off is Mr. Radhe Guptaji. This founded Rohin Group with a vision that continues to drive the company's culture, never one for following trends. Radheji's approach goes beyond participating in the market to reinventing it. His drive to explore new avenues and fearless attitude enables him to bring creative, cutting-edge solutions to the table to win bids and solve complex problems, all while inspiring every team member to push beyond boundaries. Without further ado, could I please have the gentleman himself?
First and foremost, I'm a businessman. I'm not a speaker. I'm a action man. I want to make money. I want what I will say. Thank you, Rakesh. Honorable MLA, Chairperson, Honorable guests, above all the members and the business community over here. It is really great pleasure to witness the Indian community in the province of Alberta, moving beyond culture, social gatherings. We do lots of social gatherings, we meet people, but as a business community and support entrepreneur Indians, now we are taking a time getting together and flourishing. I went to school. When I say school, I did my master's from the US. What I saw in the United States, motors, Navy became potash. Why? Indian business community was so great, so creative. I can say with confidence that that is the almost second most powerful business community or maybe the first one. After the Jewish, what they call the Jewish. What I learned from Honorable Saviors, it was so covered this speech, so powerful to my heart, and what we have an opportunity that somebody from the government is taking a genuine interest in bringing India and Canada, or Alberta and Canada together. These opportunities is not calculated. Opportunities come once in a lifetime. Okay? It happens in a lifetime. Either you miss it or you break it. Okay? What Alberta is going through today, what India is going through today, there is a very big change. We want to do our oil production from coal region that city to in that city. In Canada, is looking for partnerships, investments. India is the right country to invest in Canada. Canada is the right country to give what India needs. This is an opportunity, I would say, that our government and its Indian government did it. And we it. And what I will say to our embassy, that they have to play their role also to bring in people, to right people from India, and we have to take the right people from here to India. And that is what we bring, what we need. India has three parts, I would say. Our immigration needs for labor, secretary, and we were doing that for a long period of time. We got lots of students. The program got a little bit backfired. You got mistakes what may be we got so many students at the same time. Yeah, and I think that they had but I have this suggestion to you. The biggest opportunity Mr. Trump is by providing to us is many Indians or educated community were dipped in poverty as opportunities. They know the language, they have the money, they know the culture, they know English. Their kids know the English. The best thing, immigration for Canada is USA today. It can one ways. We will become US if we play our cards right. And that's the advice I have to give to Canadian officials. And I wish and I hope to take that to our Premier and Prime Minister. I will use that radio thought that is not a new one. 1 and 1 could be 1 minus 1 could be 0. 1 plus 1 can be 2. And if not very cheap, it could be 11. You can choose per color. You can choose by writing this teacher. What is the next piece? What to be? Thank you very much for inviting me. I really appreciate it. Yeah. That's all.
I just so all inspiring. Going ahead, I have another announcement and another lobby speaker coming out on the stage.
We have, as the Chief Growth Officer at the Biosport, Leela Iyer leads the government in the development of personalized training, nutrition, and recovery strategies that utilizes DNA analysis and AI. With over 30 years of experience as a small business owner, she has established a proven track record of optimizing the business performances through innovative strategies. And ahead, Leela is passionate about revolutionizing the sports industry with cutting-edge technology and collaborating with a high-energy team of change makers for the future of healthcare. Her skills encompass analytical thinking, TJ, and work with non-profit organizations. Iyer is a global advocate against female genital mutilation, FGM, using her platform to raise awareness about this human rights violation. Her commitment to protecting women and girls from gender-based violence has been a key aspect of her political and advocacy efforts. Please welcome Leela Iyer. A 5-minute speech would be a grateful from you. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much. I'm going to borrow the podium if that's okay. I can't go anywhere without these reading classes anymore. It's so wonderful to be here. Thank you so much. Namaste. Happy Indian Independence Day. It's wonderful. We could add a bunch of defense to Nekesti flags and Jai Hind. It's very, very nice to be here. And thank you to all of the dignitaries and guests and colleagues. And Shane, I have to follow with it's one of the best speeches we've all heard in a long time. And thank you so much for putting us ice prayer. My father, Chandrasekhar Rao, he came from India in 1962 to cold Edmonton and was embraced by this beautiful culture and made Canada his home. But I was so blessed because he's always taken me back. In fact, I've been to India 3 times already this year, and I'll be going again in September to meet with many, many colleagues who just see the incredible opportunities that Alberta is going to bring to India and understand. Shane said something very profound, so I'm just going to reiterate some of his words. Every single person in this room is the connector. It doesn't matter what's happening in politics. You are the absolute best resource we have to make sure that these connections happen. And I'm going to take you through some of the numbers in healthcare because I was asked to speak about healthcare and health tourism. And these are some areas, especially in Alberta, where there's tremendous amounts of growth that can happen, particularly in India. So I just want to say thank you. And on behalf of the company that I work for, BioAero and Biosport, it's a real privilege. So there's some shared challenges that we have, and I'll just run through some of them because healthcare is the great equalizer of our time. As whether we're in Canada or whether we're in India, anywhere in the world, we share those hopes and dreams of access to timely care, the ability to prevent illness, and the chance to actually live longer and live better and to live healthier lives. But we're also sharing some major challenges globally with rising healthcare costs, the burden of chronic disease, aging populations, and the need for more personalized and efficient systems. So again, that is why this collaboration is so unbelievably important. I would suggest critical. We are looking, if you look at India's healthcare, just to give you an idea, does anybody know what the projected numbers are for this year for healthcare? 638 billion. Okay, this is an absolutely massive opportunity. And on top of that, so tech is at 70 or 80% of import. It's import dependent. So look at Alberta in particular, we're punching way above our weight. Did you know that Canada produces 27% of the wearable technology that is going on globally right now? Yeah, it's pretty impressive. So if you, I know. So if you can imagine this little thing that we wear, the kind of power that is in that. And on top of that, you can imagine the opportunity that we have for longevity and the health span opportunities that we have. Alberta is really, really doing well. There's amazing things. And thank you to our government for the investments that they've made into that, because I think that's going to help all of us be able to come and get, to be able to look at the challenges and growth opportunities. So if we're looking at that sweet spot, innovators from Alberta can plug into the Ayushin Baya digital mission, which is 799 million health IDs, just to give you an idea of what's possible. So if you're looking at telehealth, insurance, anything like that, the pathways to distribution and reimbursement, Alberta is in an absolutely ideal position to accelerate evidence generation. And that's actually what I work in. The software that we've created is actually taking these large data sets and collating it so that we have meaningful preventative healthcare. We've been working on this for a long time in government, not just acute reactive healthcare, but actually looking in advance of that, so that by the time when your doctor sees you, they're not just seeing you as an inflammation, as a problem. They're looking at you as, how much longer can I extend your life? What can we do for you? And these are the kinds of things that we need to advocate for. I only have a few minutes, so I apologize for speaking quickly. India is a healthcare leader in innovation and medical tourism. Did you know that there's millions of patients, including multiple thousands of patients from Alberta, that actually travel to India for advanced procedures? There's tremendous trust. The oncology at a fraction of the cost anywhere else. And of course, the heavy, amazing quality of Indian care. But if you look at it, they have a cultivated workforce. So we have something special in Alberta, which is our care, and we have our universal healthcare system. So imagine what's possible when these two incredibly brother, sister, family countries come together. We're divided by an ocean, but that's it. And it is not that hard to get across that ocean in order to make these relationships. So in India, we have medical tourism as a multi-billion-dollar industry, and they're combining that excellence in medicine with efficiency in delivery. And it's not just an industry, it's actually a statement on global leadership. And I truly believe with Alberta's intervention in this space, that there is multiple opportunities, and it doesn't just mean in healthcare. Anybody who's working in AI, large language models, Alberta is looking at putting in a $70 billion data center. Imagine what's possible with all of that. And Alberta also has elite facilities that attract attention, like Foothills and the Tom Baker Center, the children's hospitals, both in Edmonton and in Calgary. And imagine the amount of medical tourists that we could bring here if we're able to think outside the box a little. The reason why this is important for our community, within the Indian community within Alberta, is because many of the professionals that are working within this are connected through those. And every single person in here is going to use this system. You will never be more than one person removed from our medical system in any way. So we have a collective responsibility, not only to our public here, but to making sure that we're reaching to those innovations elsewhere. India is ready to invest. India wants us there. Every conversation I hear, but one thing, and I'm so glad that Shane was able to go, they don't know much about us, do they? Honestly, we have some work to do, don't we? Yes. So this is where companies like BioAero and others come in. So if you're looking at genomics and healthcare and software, this is the opportunity. India is doing tremendous work in longevity right now. But as you know, a lot of the genetic testing that is happening, India lost 13,000 samples about a year and a half ago in having to get their DNA sequence offshore. So they passed legislation recently to keep the genetic sequencing within the country. But that means that the intelligence and the groups of people that are coming here will be able to help provide some of that work in order to be able to put that data together. Many countries, UAE, for example, in Dubai, we're working on a project there. Their entire Emirati, which is 1.4 million people, are sequencing their entire population. So you can imagine, for any of you who have kids that are going into science, looking at genomics or being a genetic sequencer or working in this space, massive opportunities for our kiddos that are coming up the pipeline. So I just wanted to finish off by saying that the story of India and Alberta, healthcare is one piece of it, but it's more than trade. Healthcare is actually it's a story of compassion. Healthcare is about leveraging that strength of family across our nations and giving peace of mind and to offer hope. And that's what all of you do. Every single one of you who has immigrated here, like my dad in 1962, you left things behind, family, gardens, history, and you came to this beautiful, very cold province and you created this tapestry that is it's so vibrant. And the group of people that are in front of you tonight are such humble people. But I would like to offer a challenge to our incredibly staying community and our allies. It's time to shine. It's time to be able to take a step forward into the light and to be able to share the vast knowledge that is in this room and to take Alberta into India and show them that get her done work that we get done in this province, because that's who we are. So we can imagine that or work on that together. Honestly, my happiest moments are being able to take the Alberta vision to India and then come home with my heart full of India back into Canada. So thank you for helping me. Thank you for helping all of us to transform this, not just in healthcare, but the other sectors that we'll be working in. And namaste. Thank you so much for having.
Thanks so much. Yes, you also. Awesome speech by you there. I love your sorry, by the way. There's so many different kind of sorries. Leoji, do you know which sorry that is? So it's South Indian sorry. Cool. We want to get you back on the stage. We're gonna get you in one of the chairs here. All right. So moving on, we got our next guest. And there's a lot of you looking forward to having some nice dinner, but we're only a few speeches away, I promise. We'll get it all wrapped up, and you can have some nice Indian food, okay? All right, so the next guest that we have is Mr. James Salasso, and he's a CA and chartered professional accountant whose expertise bridges finance, strategy, and community-based development. With a proven track record in guiding large-scale projects, James brings a deep understanding of fiscal responsibility, sustainable growth, and long-term value creation. His involvement in the Badlands Motorsport Resort reflects his commitment to building not just a world-class automotive and recreational destination, but also a vibrant community that harmonizes economic opportunity with environmental stewardship. James' leadership ensures that the resource financial framework aligns seamlessly with the vision of innovation, inclusivity, and respect for the natural landscape. Without further ado, Mr. James. Yeah. Chairs. Yep. Oh, you got a presentation? So we'll just get you on a chair. Yep. We'll get you behind the scenes. We'll get the next guest. Until that time, we can have everything set up. If that's okay. Yeah. We got a few questions at the end of this, so we're not going to go anywhere. So while we have Mr. James's laptop being worked on here, we'll have our next guest. He's unfortunately not able to make it here. Is Dr. Shnevish Tucker, and he's a world-renowned management thinker and trainer on organizational behavior and development. He is the CMO of Knowledge Plus INC, helping organizations to achieve international benchmarks in management practices. As a management guru, Dr. Tucker is in the list of top 30 leadership gurus of the world by Global Gurus. TimeCam.com had declared him number 4 in the list of top 83 project influencers of 2017. IVLD USA had declared him in the list of top 20 professionals of 2020. He has helped chameleons to achieve their personal and professional goals. Not less than 64 countries have benefited through more than 1,950 management workshops. He has spent 30 years in this field and conducted